Accomplishing your goal isn't the end. Setting your goals is just to get you going and to get you moving into the direction and the life that you want to create. Hey there, and welcome back. It's Sarah from Sarah Cat Plans, and this is part 3 of setting up my goals for 2021. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about annual goals. Where to even begin with annual goals? I feel like setting up goals and thinking about 12 months from now or down the line can feel a little overwhelming or a little daunting, or maybe goals just in general feel like something that are for like those types of people. You know, the kind of people that are like super motivated, get everything done all the time, and are super duper inspiring. You know, those people, you know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I'm not that type of person, but I still set goals. I was definitely overwhelmed first starting out as a goal setter, goal planner, whatever you might want to call me. And I think that's part of the reason why it took me so long to set goals to begin with. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or thinking that this goal setting for the whole year seems a little daunting, I hope that you can take some encouragement in knowing that you're not alone, and I once felt that way too. And I'm here to share my process with you and also the things that I've learned so far in my goal setting journey. Before we jump into my annual goals, I wanted to make sure that I mentioned these two things. First is that before you set up your annual goals, I strongly suggest reflecting. I did this year, and it was super helpful and valuable to me, and also helped spark a lot of my ideas for what I want to come out of 2021. And I made a video on reflections, which you can check out. It's part 2 of this goal setting series if you haven't already seen it. The second thing I wanted to encourage you with is that you have all of the permission. I think I say this in multiple videos, but it's true. You're setting your own goals. There are no rules that have to be met for these goals. Your goals are between you and you. You don't have to share them with other people. There isn't a secret notebook that has all of the things that must be completed to have the perfect goals. You get to decide what's going to work best for you. And you don't have to have it all figured out on January 1st. This video is not even going out on January 1st. It's after January 1st. Accomplishing your goal isn't the end. Setting your goals is just to get you going and to get you moving into the direction and the life that you want to create. I hope that that's encouraging to you. And let's go ahead and dive into this planner, shall we? Sierra has done a super great job in explaining like setting up goals, committing to goals, questions you can ask yourself, reviewing and removing goals. The pages in the beginning of the planner are super, super great to check out and refresh your mind. Even if you've already read them, I would go ahead and read through it again, highlight anything that sticks out to you before setting your annual goals. These pages are like sitting down with Sierra and drinking a cup of coffee and her just walking you through setting up your goals. And so I definitely would take some time and read through these again before setting up your annual goals. It was really helpful for me to read about stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. This was a new addition to the planner, and this was something that was a graphic that Sarah had given us this past year, but it's really nice to have it in the planner because it explains the 3 different types of goals that you'll have. And I really like having that because stretch goals are just going to be the bigger goals that you have. Well, they can be the bigger goals, like big life-changing goals is what she wrote and I highlighted. And you typically only have 1 to 3 of those. Progress goals, you ask yourself, where do I want to go? How do I want to feel? Who do I want to be? The answer to those questions will be your progress goals. And I love knowing that this is where I'll spend most of my time and energy. Seeing that on paper was super helpful for me. And then maintenance goals are goals and tasks or intentions for life that are working really well in your life and require a little bit of time to keep them working well. Having that framework in mind before I go to set up my annual goals is really helpful for me. It's not super important that you know the difference between the goals and you know which goal lands under like the category, but it is really nice in framing your mind. Well, it is for me. And then the last page I would say to really check out is the steps, the 5 steps for setting up annual goals. Sierra literally walks through step by step, 1 through 5. This is what you do first, second, third, fourth, you get it, steps. And I think this is really helpful in also knowing where to go and how to begin. This is also a great page to reference back to because it gives you things to consider in each area of life. And so if you're curious, does this go in the fun and recreation goal or does it go in the family and relationships goal? You can, see off of here. This gives you an idea and you can choose from that where you want to put it. I think I'm really, really ready to start setting up my annual goals. So I have my goals here set out, or my little cards. I didn't fully write out all of the goals on them, but I do have some ideas. And so I'm going to be referencing those today. And I have this year's planner stickers that came in the back of the planner. And then I also grabbed last year's. I didn't do much with them, and I might do something with them. I don't know, so I grabbed them just because, but I really like how dark and bold, I guess I should say how bold these colors are. So I think I'll be using these dots in my planner. I forgot that I wanted to show you guys my annual goals from 2020. I had one annual goal. The idea of setting up annual goals really stressed me out, and I decided to go ahead and give myself permission to not fill out annual goals if I didn't have any come to mind. And so I worked through monthly goals and weekly actions, and that's kind of where I stayed. And then I wrote this out after I realized that I kept focusing on creating new habits. And I realized that this could actually be a focus, and it's still a goal, but it's like an overarching focus, and it wasn't as detailed as I think I'm going to be going into annual goals this year. And so I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm excited for that. But just wanted to show you full transparency. First time setting up annual goals for real, which is fun. And I can't wait to see what it's going to look like at the end of this year. This is where I'm stopping for my annual goals right now. I have 12 months to go through and figure out my goals, and if I want to add things, take things away, I've got time to do it. I didn't fill out the question for each area of life because I hadn't thought too much about them yet, and I wanted to answer it with more heart behind it, so I went ahead and stopped writing them out for right now, just to continue filming, and I'll come back and write it. And then I also didn't write out financial or physical environment goals yet. Those ones haven't been completely fine-tuned, and I don't feel like I have any big things to write here except for stay on budget and clean your house. So I want to come up with some more concise goals for that before writing things down. But I'm okay with where I'm at because I did a lot of work, especially for someone who has never set annual goals before, besides the one that I set last year. And this is all a part of the process. As I said earlier, goals are not set to be met. Goals are set to keep us going and moving forward. So I'm really comfortable with how I have ended my annual goals for right now, knowing that I'm coming back to them and I will be adding some things, maybe taking away some things, changing some things. I know this isn't gonna be my final result. And so many things can happen this year. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in the next video where I'll be setting up my vision board. I really shouldn't say that because I think I'm setting up my vision board in the next video, but you just never know. So we'll see how it goes. All right, bye guys.